5 minutes in, Neymar darted into the box, tripped, and a penalty was awarded. All eyes turned to Messi. He didn't smile. He didn't look up. He just took a breath and sent the ball with a thunderous shot past the keeper. 3-0, pandemonium. On the bench, players screamed. Piqué banged his fists against the barrier. Even the commentators lost composure. Is this real? Are we actually watching this? But football is cruel. It gives you everything. Then tests if you can keep it. Because just when Barcelona had PSG on the ropes, it happened. A long ball forward, a rare lapse at the back. Cavani sneaks in behind. Bang. Top corner. 3-1 on aggregate. The entire Camp Nou froze. It wasn't just a goal, it was heartbreak, concentrated. You could see it on Messi's face, the slow exhale, the look of disbelief. On the touchline, Luis Enrique stared at the grass, motionless. And up in the stands, 98,000 fans stood in silence, realizing what that one goal meant. Now they needed 3 more, with less than 30 minutes left. Neymar's head dropped. For a brief second, so did Barcelona's spirit. The dream that had burned for weeks seemed to fade in an instant, and PSG, smug, confident, started to believe they'd survived. They started to waste time, mock the crowd, smile again. But somewhere deep inside Neymar, something flipped. Maybe it was pride, maybe it was anger, or maybe he just refused to let history bury him quietly. Because from that moment on, the match stopped being a game. It became a war. And in the next 7 minutes of football, the world would witness something that looked less like sport and more like a miracle. By the 87th minute, the Camp Nou had gone quiet. Not because the fans stopped believing, but because every face in the stands told the same story. Hope hanging by a thread, fear creeping in from the corners. Cavani's goal had shattered the momentum. Barcelona were still throwing everything forward. Crosses, corners, chaos, but nothing was landing. Messi looked drained, Suarez limped, and even the eternal Iniesta seemed to move with exhaustion rather than grace. On the touchline, Luis Enrique clenched his jaw, refusing to look at the clock. He knew it was almost over. Even Messi looked defeated. Suarez's run slowed. The PSG players smirked, passing the ball around like the job was done. But Neymar didn't stop. From the moment PSG let their guard down, Neymar switched the entire game on its head. He fought like a man who refused to read the script. He was fouled, tackled, shoved, and he kept coming. He was angry, furious, brilliant. Every touch carried defiance. As the clock hit 87 minutes, most fans were already crying. The chants had quieted, people were starting to leave, and then everything changed. Minute 88th. A foul on Neymar. Suddenly, Barcelona had a free kick just outside the box. 30 yards. The kind of distance where reason says, cross it, not shoot. But Neymar didn't deal in reasons. He stood over the ball, eyes locked on trap, heart pounding like war drums. For a moment, everything stopped. The crowd, the noise, the world. Then, he struck it.